I guess all of us have either pitched to somebody or heard pitches, and we've all experienced good events and bad events and horror stories. John, any horror stories, anything you've ever experienced where you just thought, what the fuck?
I get a lot of that. No, I think for me it's around the way that people will pitch you. You know, a lot of people just assume, you're young, you're successful, you've got this business, you must have a truckload of money that you just want to throw at every stupid idea that I'm going to throw at you. And for me, like the biggest failure, I don't have a specific story. I haven't invested in a lot myself, but I've been pitched some really stupid ideas. And for me, it's really just like put some thought into it. Maybe like take some time to look in the mirror and put that down on paper. Maybe run it by your friends before you go and run it by someone that you don't know, that you've like begged them for your time. Don't request to connect with me on LinkedIn and then just follow 2 seconds later with, I've got this idea, will you invest in it? That just drives me insane. Probably the way that I've met a person or the way that they've approached me is, basically whether I'm going to decide if I've got my brain switched on or not to listen to them. And the reality is, I'm sure many people here just get so much noise that it's how you cut through that noise. And I think, be a bit creative, but be damn sure that you bring your A game and that you make sure that whatever you're going to talk to me about isn't going to waste my time. I'm going to think it's just another idiot with another idea.
So don't stuff you around. Don't stuff me around.
Don't stuff me around. Like, I've got plenty of time for people with good ideas, bad ideas, and all the rest. But I want to know that you've done your homework. Come to me, pitch me a dumb idea, and if I'm like, wow, this kid's actually put some effort in, he's made the time to, have a proper introduction through a mutual friend with me. I can see he's done his homework, he's done research. When I've thrown questions, he's got answers. But then I'll nut out why I don't think that idea has legs. But don't just come to me with something that you've, had a dream about, woken up, and then sent me a message on LinkedIn and decided to pitch it to me, because that'll just annoy me. But that's basically it for me.
Thank you. Craig, have you got a horror story you can sort of relate to us? Because we learn a lot out of what not to do when other people make big mistakes. So have you seen any things like that you can share with us as an opportunity with this audience here?
We see a lot. But the first thing we say is we do try and, anybody who puts themselves out there and pitches an idea and often have left their job because somebody go, no matter how they respect. The other way too, so respecting both ways is an important platform. I saw one this morning who just blew me away. This girl had first class honours in art. She was a lawyer. She's a lawyer. She's first class honours in art. She was a creative person. She's had amazing passion for this problem she's solving in design. So I walked out of that and think, this is someone I want to back. 2 weeks ago I was at an event like this, and somebody came out of a bus and they come up with this idea of using iBeacons to track yaks in South America, and so that mothers could save time looking for yaks in the morning, so they make more money. That was kind of out there. So
Thank you. iBeacons. You mean iBeacons at the back of the iPhone? Yeah, the thing that...
putting iBeacons on yaks in the South American Andes to try and knock...
It only works within 3 metres, so it's going to be a problem. Okay.
I'm going to get to that too.
Trev?
Look, there is no such thing as a bad idea. I think we all agree with that, but it's probably, for me, it's, sending me a 35-page detailed spreadsheet and a whole working doc and expect me to read that is really off-putting. I need to know the person, so you have to attract me, get in that first 60 seconds and want me to speak to you. The other horror story though for me has been someone that obviously I had to turn down, and they decided to stalk me. It was quite interesting because he knew from the time that he was one of those people that actually just loves writing long emails, and just kept it. I thought the amount of time this guy spent on sending those emails, if you could just focus on his business, he'd get there. So I guess the lesson there is you're going to get rejected. Don't take it personally. Certainly don't take it out on the person that rejected you. They won't get you anywhere, but use that energy to prove him or her wrong by just going and creating a great business.
Lisa?
I'm in an interesting situation. I'm in a big pitch fest mashup in that I am pitching all the time because the collective is now in 37 countries, and that has happened with a lot of hustle. And then I am being pitched at all day, every day. So what I always say is, what's in it for you, what's in it for me? Keep it very succinct and very top line, and then we can go from there. Everyone is very, very busy, as Mark said. So I've had some interesting ones. I was fortunate enough to spend 4 days with Richard Branson on NECA last year, and after that someone emailed me and said, I would like you to pitch this to Richard. I've written a book called Clippity Clop, The Clydesdale Flies to the Moon. I think Richard would love it. So I get all sorts of stuff like that now, and I'm kind of like, I'm not sure that that's the best use of my time connecting with
Fail. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't want to do one-upmanship here, but one of the big investors in Australia back in the early 2000 periods of Kerry Packer, I mean, they were a big venture capitalist. They invested lots of things. They invested in a company called Wizard, and after I'd spent 3 months of being due diligenced by a number of people in relation to investing in Wizard for Kerry Packer, spreadsheets, management consultants, investment bankers, lawyers, accountants, etc. Kerry called me in after the deal was done. He said, I want to do my due diligence on you. So Mark, your opportunity basically to pitch last shot. But his pitch was based on 3 questions. And the 3 questions were basically around what's the purpose of your business? In other words, why the fuck are you doing this? Second thing is, have you ever failed? Don't be afraid to tell someone you failed. Kerry Packer, and in those days, by the way, in 1999, it was not cool to fail. Today, it's sort of getting cool to fail. Wyatt Roy is going to make it cooler to fail by changing bankruptcy laws. But don't be afraid to say, look, I've done 3 or 4 of these things, none of them got up, but I've learned a lot from those 3 or 4 things, and I'm actually now applying those learnings to this new venture. Okay, there's nothing wrong with failure. Kerry want to know how do I ever fail? And really why they want to know if you failed, they want to know if you've got the fortitude to hang in there. Because there's a lot, this is all very good. You're putting up a whole lot of assumptions. You've got an idea. You think it's going to work. You're passionate. You're energetic. You're going to make it happen. What they want to know is, can you hang in there? And failure is one of the true tests of your ability to hang in there. And the final thing is, make sure you're prepared to be accountable to the investor. So you tell the investor what you expect to happen for that investor, and you tell the investor how the hell you're going to make sure those returns do occur over what period of time, and what is what's the outcomes if you don't make those investments work for the investor. Because at the end of the day, it's about the investor.